There is a thin line between love and hate, but it all depends on the choice we make. Anger, if not well managed, develops to hate, and hate, if not controlled, can lead to murder. What is that thing that angers you so much about an individual, colleague, family member, or group that will lead you to commit murder? Don't you think that if you exercise your energy on the positive things you can derive or have derived from that individual, you will be able to control the hurt you bear in your heart and replace it with love? It is difficult though, if that individual is unrelenting in the things he or she does that angers you. You should not relent in loving, no matter what. No doubt, love and hate are basic human effects. If one does not love that person, hate may not be induced into oneself, especially when it has to do with betrayal. Both love and hate are emotional reactions to people we are emotionally dependent on. Actually, we don't hate the individual, but the situation. But when we focus so much on the individual, we end up strongly disliking the people we love the most without realizing it. I have seen couples, friends, colleagues who loved each other dearly and worked together end up as enemies, whereas they should have allowed their emotion turn from negative to positive by ignoring the flaws in those they expect to reciprocate their love. If one sees oneself as a lovable person, one should not allow his or herself get angry to a state of hate. When someone does not reciprocate our good deeds, love or kindness, we are not to wish them bad, because when we loved them, we wished they thrived higher. It is much easier to allow love exist in our heart, no matter the situation, because we can equally hate the person we seem to love even when they reciprocate our love or good deeds. Sometimes we need to find a middle ground to ensure that both we and our loved ones' wishes and needs are not ignored or taken for granted. Though we cannot always show our true colors, we need to sometimes let the other person see and hear about how we feel. And also, we should consider that we have our own flaws just as the other individual. But what is more important is for one to be sensitive to other people's complaints, because it creates an air of confidence and self-worth in the individual. Always remember that in whichever decision you make sure you consider love over hate, because Socrates said, "From the deepest desire often comes the deadliest hate." I am Akpa Evelyn Ogbene.